A head-on crash in South Bexar County ends up with one person dead. Stephen Cavazos has the latest this noon.
COVID-19 vaccines still a topic of debate, especially when it comes to children. Many parents have a lot of questions. This will be joined by a local pediatrician. What you need to know, still ahead.
Gusty winds are back again today. We'll talk about how strong those winds will be and what we can expect this weekend. Forecast is coming up.
Live from KSAT 12. The news at noon starts right now.
A morning drive turned deadly in South Bexar County after a motorcycle and truck crashed head-on. It all happened in the 2600 block of Rabble Road off of South Flores Road near I-37 earlier today. Stephen Cavazos was what we have learned so far.
Bexar County deputies are still in the early stages of their investigation, but take a look right here. That scene still remains. And here on Rabble Road, scattered debris from that head-on crash that left a 32-year-old man dead. The moments leading up to the crash are still not known, but when deputies arrived on the scene, they tell us there was extensive damage to that motorcycle, but that damage was not the worst of it. Deputies found the driver of the motorcycle seriously hurt. He was rushed to BAMC, but sadly died from his injuries. Deputies remained on the scene throughout the morning. Speaking to witnesses, it's not clear if either of the drivers lived near this neighborhood. Now, the driver of that truck walked away with only minor injuries. Deputies tell us they don't expect he will face any charges. However, keep in mind, they are still in the early stages of that investigation. No names have been released at this time. Stephen Cavazos, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Stephen. New at noon, police are trying to find a suspect after shots rang out at a Southside motel. According to officers, the shooting happened this morning inside a room at the Everclean Motel. That's in the 1300 block of Roosevelt Avenue near I-10. Police say witnesses told them two men got into an argument. That's when someone pulled out a gun and shot the victim in the jaw. Officers say surveillance cameras caught the suspect's vehicle leaving the motel. They don't know how much about that person. They just say he's a man in his 30s. The victim was taken to a nearby clinic for treatment.
A burglar's plans for a big payday have turned out to be a bust. San Antonio police say that man ran off in the middle of the night committing a crime. He was breaking into a bank ATM on the city's northwest side near Loop 410 and Ingram Road. As Katrina Weber reports, a neighbor and nature helped to halt his plans.
A pickup is still running, but not getting anywhere. It got left behind by the person who San Antonio police say stole it, then used it to try to rip open or steal an ATM at this Northwest Side credit union. The chain that did the heavy lifting was still attached to both. A neighbor who had noticed the unusual activity called police to the area near Loop 410 and Ingram before 6 this morning. The person who they believe caused the damage quickly took off as officers arrived. Even without the call from the neighbor, it seems this burglar wouldn't have gotten far. All this mud seemed to be a menace for him and had him spinning his wheels. The mud showered everything but didn't cover up the attempted crime. Still, for all his efforts, police say the burglar left empty-handed. He never got into the cash box. Officers never did find him. They searched on foot and from the sky in their helicopter, but he got away. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Taking place right now, a job fair on the northeast side. Navistar is holding its career fair at Workforce Solutions Alamo Career Center on Walsham Road near Austin Highway. You can apply online and schedule an interview. However, walk-ins are also welcomed. The hiring event ends at 3 this afternoon.
Later today, your chance to join the conversation when it comes to the project funded by the $1.2 billion bond program in San Antonio. Tonight's meeting is from 6 to 8 at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center, room 220. During the meeting, a citizen advisory committee will discuss drainage and flood management projects. This comes after San Antonio City Council members agreed yesterday to tweak the bond program by allocating more money to basic infrastructure needs. More meetings will be held to discuss proposed project. You can see a calendar on our website at ksat.com.
And today, President Biden decided to delay his European trip for several hours in order to make one final pitch to House Democrats to pass his bipartisan infrastructure bill, even as all the elements of his domestic spending agenda still haven't been finalized.
The president is offering Democrats a new framework he hopes will be enough to get everyone on board. ABC's Ika Jachi is in Washington with the latest.
Today, House Democrats getting a rare appearance from President Biden. As a last-ditch effort to convince House and Senate Democrats to come together for his Build Back Better agenda, the commander-in-chief announcing a framework for a deal on his social investment plan for the first time, just hours before he leaves for his European trip.
It's a framework that will create millions of jobs, grow the economy, invest in our nation and our people.
In order to fund the president's agenda, the White House says the social spending bill will include a surtax on millionaires and billionaires, a 5% tax hike on income above $10 million, and an additional 3% on income over $25 million. The framework also calls for a 15% minimum corporate tax on earnings reported to shareholders and a 1% tax on stock buybacks. Democrats have been negotiating for months, trying to convince moderate Democratic Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin to support popular programs in the social spending bill, which appear to have ultimately ended up on the cutting room floor. So far, a fix for prescription drug prices, free community college, and Medicare expansion to cover dental and vision has been cut out, with the expanded child tax credit cut down to only 1 year. Paid family and sick leave will also likely be out.
We have had a position of needing to see the legislative text and voting on both bills, and we'll see where people are.
To expand social programs when you have trust funds that aren't solvent, they're going insolvent, I can't explain that.
Still, it appears many other popular programs will remain in the almost $2 trillion package. 6 years of universal pre-K, elder care and home care funding, and money for climate initiatives. And sources tell ABC News that Democratic leaders are hoping to bring the bipartisan infrastructure bill on the House floor today. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
And federal health officials are close to making a decision on vaccines for children ages 5 to 11. However, if it's approved, some parents are hesitating to vaccinate their kids. Coming up in the next half hour, a local pediatrician helps break down what you need to know.
And some local kiddos got a jump start on the Halloween fun. How Haven for Hope was able to pull off the spooky event and the special visitors that will be making an appearance later today. That's after the break. Welcome back. On every Day of the Dead altar, there are yellow and orange petals whose distinct scent help lead the souls of our departed loved ones to the altars prepared by family and friends.
Although they originate in Mexico, there's a special flower farm that for years has helped make Dia de los Muertos even more special.
Alicia Barrera joins us from La Villita with more on these beautiful blooms.
Well, most of the marigolds in homes across Texas actually come from the Arnowski family farm in Wimberley, Texas. They grow more than 300,000 plants that are later shipped to central markets and many of the HEBs across Texas. The flower farmers Pam and Frank Arnowski grow marigolds year-round, but really the month of October is the big push for this unique flower. The Arnowskis began growing the marigolds in the early 90s because they say they thrive in Texas heat, but it really wasn't until later that they learned about their significance to so many in San Antonio and its surrounding areas.
We started growing the marigolds, and then people came to us and said, "We see you have marigolds, let me tell you about Dia de los Muertos." And we learned about it from the people in San Antonio and from reading and traveling in Mexico. We understood that there was this connection, that we were the farm that could grow these flowers for San Antonio.
Years later, it has become one of the most coveted flowers by visitors, and tomorrow during our Day of the Dead parade that starts at 8 p.m., we'll hear more from the Arnowskis as we celebrate this beloved holiday that is a happy time of remembrance. Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
And some children in our community enjoyed an early Halloween surprise. Staff at Haven for Hope decorated the hallways of their transformational center building with fun and spooky themes. And children were allowed to go trick-or-treating through the halls.
It's a really fun day for our staff too, but it's all about the kiddos, and it is really precious. We get every costume donated for our kids and our families, every bucket, all the candy. Today is even really exciting as we have the Texas Cavaliers. Haven for Hope has been wonderfully designated as the charitable organization for the River Parade.
And later today, Haven for Hope families with school-aged children will be able to take part in trick-or-treating.
Let's take a look outside through live cam. It's a beautiful day in San Antonio, and I know everyone's been enjoying these temperatures, Justin.
Feels so much better outside. Finally feels like fall a little bit. We started off really comfortable this morning in the 40s and 50s. The aquifer, I don't know if I want to read this, but it's at 666.6 today, up 0.6. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but a lot of sixes. Molds are in the moderate category. Juniper is moderate. Those two staying fairly high. Juniper just joins the list today. Ragweed is low. We've got a great weekend on the way. Good trick-or-treating weather too. Your forecast straight ahead.
Hello everyone, this is your daily tech and business briefing from Cheddar News. Starbucks says they're going to raise wages for all their U.S. baristas to at least $15 an hour by the summer. Now, the wage hike comes amid struggles for the restaurant industry to hire new employees. That as the world continues to rebound from the pandemic, concerns over wages have been one of the leading issues that have led to the lack of workers in the restaurant sector. Meanwhile, McDonald's raising their menu prices as the fast food giant looks to offset their growing costs of the labor and supply shortage. McDonald's raising wages 10% so far this year, and they're anticipating a hike in prices for supplies like food and paper. Executives say menu prices also should increase by 6% by the end of the year. And Dogecoin was the talk of the town earlier this year when it peaked at 69 cents per coin. But now all eyes are on Shiba Inu as the meme coin has now surpassed Dogecoin in market cap. Shiba Inu has risen 150% over the last week and 39% in the last 24 hours. Shiba Inu has been one of Coinbase's most popular cryptos. It's currently ranked 7th in popularity. But right when you thought Shiba Inu was taking over, Dogecoin spiking overnight, seeing a 30% increase in the last few hours to counter the sudden rise. And that's your Cheddar News Business and Tech Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
Beautiful out there.
Absolutely. Finally, the temperature outside matches the temperature indoors.
Yes, and it actually feels like fall. We're not pretending anymore.
No, you could actually use the heater for a little bit this morning. It was that chilly, 40s and 50s to start. And one thing we look forward to this time of year is the change of color out at Los Maples. Very popular. We just got the report in yesterday of how it looks out there. Starting to see some reds in the sumac, yellows in the maples. They got an inch of rain with this last system. Cooler this week, obviously. So that's starting the process of the change. The peak color is typically the first 2 weeks of November. So next week should look pretty good if you have plans to head out there. But keep in mind, you got to book a day pass online and it sells out quickly. So you want to check ahead there. But the Los Maples starting to see that color change right on time. 42 this morning in Kerrville. 51 at the airport. It was 52 right now, 45 in Hondo this morning. So that was a chilly start. Temperatures were in the 40s, even down towards Carrizo Springs, 46 there. We have now warmed up under clear skies and dry air. Temperatures at 74 at the airport. Northwesterly winds at about 18 miles per hour. So winds are starting to pick up some. And temperatures are in the 70s, even a few 80s. 80 down there at Stinson and Pleasanton. 71 in Bandera. You're at 78 in Hondo, 77 right now in New Braunfels. 82 at Cotulla, 70 up in Rock Springs. Really nice day other than the wind. The winds will stay gusty into the afternoon. Dew points stay low. The air is going to be really dry into the weekend. Even on Sunday with the dew point rising, you're not really going to feel it. It's not until Monday and Tuesday that you'll start to feel the humidity a little bit more. Down the line, that may lead to another chance for rain. High temperatures today, 78 here in San Antonio. We'll see obviously some 80s down to the south. We're already there. 84 Pleasanton, 84 the forecast high in Del Rio today. So a really comfortable day. I mentioned those winds though. Gusts already at 26 miles per hour here in San Antonio. Seeing some gusts to 30 miles per hour in New Braunfels. And those winds will probably get a little bit stronger over the next couple of hours. This is one of our computer models. Does push those gusts up to around 35 here in San Antonio. Some gusts to 40 New Braunfels over to Gonzales. And the strongest winds will be to the north and east of San Antonio. That's where we have wind advisories in place. By tonight, though, those winds calm, and with clear skies, dry air, you get the good radiational cooling, and we'll see some really comfortable, if not cold, temperatures overnight tonight. No cloud cover whatsoever. You won't run into clouds until you get up to parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. That's where there's still some rain. That storm system still swirling there. We're on the backside of it where we're getting those gusty winds. Wind advisory is still in effect for much of north and northeast Texas in the wake of that system. And winds will still be a little bit breezy tomorrow, by the way, before they finally completely calm down over the weekend. 78 degrees, as we mentioned today, 74 by 6 o'clock. We're down to 65 by 8 p.m. Northwesterly winds 10 to 20 and gusty. And if you have plans to head out to the Day of the Dead River Parade tomorrow, forecast is fantastic. We'll be in the 60s with a lighter winds. 66 at 8 o'clock, 63 9 o'clock. Perfect weather to get out and enjoy those festivities. And as far as Halloween weekend is concerned, 79 Saturday, 82 Sunday. That looks great too. Trick-or-treating, I'm guessing temperature is going to be somewhere in the mid-70s. That's just about perfect. The extended forecast will go 75 tomorrow, 79 Saturday, 82 Sunday. And then next week, the moisture does return. That'll give us some rain chances probably Tuesday into Wednesday. I think Wednesday right now is probably our best chance with a 30% shot, guys.
Not too bad for Halloween, though.
Not at all.
Thank you, Justin. Yep. And we're excited about the win with the Astros.
Yeah, that's right. We've got the Astros to talk about. We also got the Spurs coming up here, too. DeJounte Murray's been a huge factor for the Spurs over the last couple of games. They haven't gotten a win, but we'll recap what the team thinks of his performance so far. Plus, as she mentioned, the Astros did pick up a big win. We got a recap from that next. The young Spurs have proven they can play with some of the best teams in the league over the past 3 games. The problem is they don't have any wins to show for it. San Antonio's latest 125-121 overtime loss against the Lakers might have been the most frustrating in their 3-game losing streak. But if there's any bright spot for a team that's 1-3, it's the play of point guard DeJounte Murray. He finished the night with 21 points, 15 assists, and 12 rebounds. Head coach Greg Popovich praised his overall performance, saying Murray was turning into a point guard that, quote, understands the whole deal, close quote. So what do his teammates think about him?
Really being a leader. I think we've seen the ability that he can do as far as triple doubles, being the point guard, knocking down that mid range. He has a beautiful jump shot. So to see him, make the right plays, get the right passes, rebound, do all around effort, offensively and defensively. That's what you expect out of him. He's a dog, man, and he's a very, very intelligent player. He knows a lot about the game. He knows what's best for the team.
Spurs back at it tonight, taking on the 2-1 Mavs. Tip time is 7:30 in Dallas.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott remains a bit of a question mark for this Sunday night's game against the Vikings. Dak was limited in Wednesday afternoon's practice. He's still working through a right calf strain that he suffered on the game-winning play against New England 2 weeks ago. Regardless of whether he does suit up, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb wants to have a big game. Another dynamic receiver from his draft class, Justin Jefferson, will be on the other sideline for the Vikings, and he knows that both of them want to be remembered as the best from their crop.
I'm sure he wants to be the best for sure, and likewise, I definitely want to be considered the best in the class, and I feel like that's what kind of keeps us going. And the production you see throughout week in and week out is just off the love of the game and how much we're trying to compete and make a name for ourselves.
Kickoff between the Cowboys and Vikings is at 7:20 p.m. After helping defeat his old team this past Sunday, former Houston Texans superstar J.J. Watt is out for the season again. Now a Cardinals defensive end, Watt is reportedly undergoing season-ending shoulder surgery in the near future. No specific date has been announced for the procedure. This marks the 4th time in the last 6 years Watt has suffered a season-ending injury. Meanwhile, H-Town is thrilled this morning because the Astros got themselves right back in the World Series. Houston bounced back with a dominant 7-2 Game 2 victory at Minute Maid Park thanks to a 4-run second inning and another home run from Jose Altuve that moves him into a tie for second on the all-time postseason home run leaderboard. But the margin of victory and the stats don't matter. Houston is just thrilled to tie the series at 1 game apiece.
It was a must win today. We didn't want to go to Atlanta down by 2, so we let everything we had in there tonight, and obviously very important win to tie the series and to keep going from there.
Obviously a huge win for the Astros considering a couple of years ago they started 0-2 at home and ended up losing in 7, so to tie the series is big. Coming up later in sports, UTSA football is on their bye week. We'll have more from them on what they're doing to prepare for UTEP in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's awesome. We were so excited about UTSA.
Oh, yeah.
They have been awesome to watch this year.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
As parents try to decide whether or not their children will get the COVID-19 vaccine, some may want to talk to their doctors about it. But what questions should you ask? Coming up in the next half hour, we're joined live by a local pediatrician with some advice to help you make an informed decision.
And it's getting cooler outside, as you can tell today, especially overnight and into the mornings. And that might make you want to pull out your space heater. If you're in need of a new one ahead of the winter months, coming up today at 5:12 on your sides, Marilyn Morris explains which heaters work both well and safe. Health officials are closing in on a decision about a vaccine for kids ages 5 to 11.
But some parents are still hesitant. A recent survey shows only about a third of parents, kids in that age group, plan to get them vaccinated right away.
And we know you have a lot of questions, and to help us get some answers, we are joined now by Dr. Whitney Schwartz, a pediatrician at Methodist Children's Hospital. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, doctor, and thank you for joining us. We'll start off by asking, why should kids get vaccinated other than, the obvious reasons here, but to be more specific?
That's a great question. Kids should get vaccinated because vaccines prevent diseases that are potentially dangerous and deadly. And so that's the overall principle of why we get vaccines. We've been fortunate in that the vast majority of children with COVID have had pretty good outcomes. However, that's not the case for every child. Some children get very sick. Some children get hospitalized. Some children have long-term complications from COVID, and some children even die from COVID. And the reality is we do not know definitively which child will have a good outcome and which child will have a bad outcome. So if there's something easy and safe we can do to prevent a bad outcome from happening, we should do that.
And speaking of easy and safe, many parents are concerned and they're asking, are the COVID-19 vaccines safe, and what makes them safe?
That's a great question. The COVID-19 vaccines are very, very safe. They've gone through the same rigorous efficacy and safety standards that all other vaccines have gone through. They are they've gone through the same rigorous safety and efficacy standards as all other vaccines. And then there's lots of ways the U.S. is trying to keep track of potential side effects. So they're definitely keeping an eye on that. Right now, the side effects of the vaccines are just like any other vaccine, very normal, a little bit of redness, pain, swelling at the site, maybe a little low-grade fever, fatigue, chills, all things that are very normal. And it's your body's way of saying, hey, we're responding appropriately to the vaccine.
Now, Dr. Schwartz, what can you tell us about the dosage difference for children, and how can medical staff avoid confusing that of an adult dosage when administering the vaccine?
That's a great question. The dose is different for children. Specifically the 5 to 11, which is tentatively to be approved in November. The dose is a third with the Pfizer. And so it's based off of age, not weight. So if you're a certain age, you should get X dose. If you're a different age, you get Y dose.
And you kind of talked about this earlier, but what about immediate side effects? Some adults would get sick on their first or their second dose. How should parents prepare, if their kids get sick?
That's a good question. If your kid gets sick, just like you would with any other kind of illness, if they don't feel good, you can give them some Tylenol or Motrin. The arm redness and swelling will go away on its own. A lot of just reassurance. Very rarely will someone have an allergic reaction to the vaccine, but that is very, very, very rare.
Now, the CDC, as we understand, is expected to release guidelines next week to tell us more about what age groups are eligible. But beyond that, doctor, how can we get also children who have a fear of getting a vaccine as well, beyond the hesitancy?
This is the question of how can we get children to not be so fearful and hesitant regarding the vaccine? I think the best thing for that is education. The CDC website has a plethora of information about the vaccine. And so whether you're a parent or a teenager or a child, you're hesitant about it, educate yourself about it from a credible source such as the CDC or the American Academy of Pediatric websites. They have very reader-friendly information on their websites.
All right, Dr. Whitney Schwartz, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
And take a look outside, those beautiful blue skies over San Antonio. Those numbers staying relatively cool, right, Justin?
Yeah, we're in the 70s right now. You can't beat that. We're going to hit a good stretch of weather here. Now, the only downside to today's forecast has been the wind. It was windy yesterday, obviously. We're still dealing with some gusty winds today. Let's look at the current gusts. Gusting to 26 in San Antonio, gusting to 30 in New Braunfels, 23 up there in Fredericksburg. The strongest winds are going to be north and east of San Antonio. So Austin, the LaGrange over to Houston. Look at Houston, gusting to 40 miles per hour right now. weakest winds are going to be out west. So this is sort of a switch from what we were looking at yesterday. These winds will calm some tonight, and we'll see less wind by tomorrow morning. Temperatures 74 in San Antonio, 77 in New Braunfels right now, 72 Kerrville, 77 in Del Rio. And as I mentioned, feels great outside. Feels like fall finally. Forecast for today takes us up to about 78, 74 by 6 o'clock, 69 by 8 o'clock. It'll cool down quickly tonight, especially once we lose some of those gustier winds. And there are some football games tonight. Looks good for that too, obviously. You may want a light jacket if you're heading out to some of these games. Temperatures will be in the 60s by the time things really get underway. And we'll see that again tomorrow night for Friday Night Football as well. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Less Americans are applying for unemployment benefits. In fact, the latest numbers hit a pandemic low. It's another sign that the job market and economy continue to recover from last year's coronavirus recession. According to the Labor Department, jobless claims dropped by 10,000 to their lowest since mid-March 2020. Figures peaked in early January. Since then, weekly applications have steadily dropped, moving closer to pre-pandemic levels.
And top executives at ExxonMobil and other oil giants testifying at a landmark House hearing today. This comes as congressional Democrats investigate what they describe as a decades-long campaign to spread disinformation about the role of fossil fuels in causing climate change. Top officials at 4 major oil companies are testifying before the House Oversight Committee. During the hearing, ExxonMobil's chief executive said his company, quote, does not spread disinformation regarding climate change, end quote. The hearing comes after months of public efforts by Democrats to obtain documents and other information on the oil industry's role in stopping climate action over multiple decades.
Now to the scandal rocking the NHL. Former player speaking out for the first time after accusing a Chicago Blackhawks coach of sexual assault back in 2010.
The player also filed a lawsuit against the team for mishandling the allegations. And now, as ABC's Rena Roy explains, a report has concluded management ignored his complaints.
Until very recently, I did not talk about it. I did not discuss it. I didn't think about it.
For the first time, former Chicago Blackhawks player Kyle Beach coming forward publicly, saying the team's video coach Brad Aldrich sexually assaulted and harassed him at a hotel during the run-up to the 2010 Stanley Cup Championship.
I think I felt like I was alone and there was nothing I could do and nobody I could turn to for help.
Beach, now speaking out after a report commissioned by the Blackhawks, concluded that Blackhawks coaching and management ignored his complaints. The team ordered by the NHL to pay a $2 million fine. You can see that year's team in 2010 celebrating their Stanley Cup victory. Behind the scenes as a practice player, Beach says he was struggling with what happened.
The Blackhawks denied it. They said my claims were meritless. To me, I took that as them saying to the world that I was a liar.
According to the lawsuit, the incident took place when Beach was 20 years old and in the minor league. He was called up to the pros for the playoffs. Beach claims he reported the sexual assault to several individuals within the organization, but nothing was done. Following the investigation's findings, the Blackhawks general manager promptly resigning.
I cried, I smiled, I laughed, I cried some more. Just a great feeling of relief, vindication, and it was no longer my word against everybody else's.
The organization released a statement saying the Blackhawks have implemented numerous changes and improvements within the organization, including hiring a new leadership team that is committed to winning championships while adhering to the highest ethical, professional, and athletic standards. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
The mayor of Del Rio making a splash on the small screen.
Quite the splash. He took part in an HBO reality TV show in which small-town residents participated in a one-night-only drag performance. So what made Mayor Bruno Lozano want to participate?
We need people to represent us on television. Oftentimes we see people that are not us. And what I mean by us, we have a small border town, Del Rio, Texas, that has been on the national spotlight for different reasons. And a lot of those reasons have been because of crises. And this is an opportunity to have my hometown shine and share a genuine story of love, of growth, of acceptance.
Lozano spoke with KSAT for a South Texas Pride Q&A. He said getting ready for the drag performance was an experience, but it was all worth it when he saw his community cheering for him and the other performers.
And speaking of TV shows, a pandemic favorite is getting a follow-up season.
That's right, all you cool cats and kittens. Tiger King season is 2. It's coming to Netflix, and the streaming service just released a trailer for the new show. It includes some of your favorite players from last season, like Carol Baskin, Jeff Lowe, and the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic.
The series starts with Joe Exotic behind bars after a murder-for-hire scheme targeting his nemesis, Carol Baskin. It hits Netflix November 17th.
And from tigers to sharks, researchers in Australia think they know why some sharks bite humans.
That new research simulates a shark's vision and appears to show many human attacks and how they may be caused by mistaken identity. Researchers studied and compared underwater videos of seals, sea lions, and humans swimming. Then modeling programs simulated the way a shark would see the movements and shapes of different objects.
They found swimming or paddleboarding humans bear a strong likeness to seals and sea lions in the eyes of juvenile white sharks. That would support the mistaken identity theory behind some bites, especially since most sharks are colorblind and don't see subtle differences clearly. Looking good out there with live cam. Can't complain here, Justin. I love the weather.
It is nice, although I'm not sure I'm prepared for Tiger King 2.
I don't
think I'm ready for it yet.
I'm ready for it.
Still
have to prepare.
Yes. Wow. Okay, 74 so far today. 51 was the low this morning. Felt so great to start. We're going to be likely even a little bit cooler by tomorrow morning. Records are 90 and 35, so it shows you the extremes this time of year. Set back in 1931 and 1957, respectively. Some great weather, maybe some rain chances next week. We'll check in on that coming up.
Hi, welcome back. And yesterday I went for a jog, a quick one, and I noticed all the inflatables were just completely blown over because the winds were so, they were very strong. Today it didn't seem too bad.
Not too bad, but still perfect weather for maybe flying a kite.
Yeah. Well, we won't lose it today, will we, Justin?
Well, no. The winds are going to be a little weaker today, but they are still picking up some. So just a heads up. As we get into the afternoon, you're going to see some gusty winds. And then maybe after today, we'll be done with these winds. Here's a look at the drought monitor. This just came in this morning. We always like to pass these along because it does show the kind of the state of affairs that we're dealing with here in Texas. Drought is starting to creep back in. And I know that's kind of surprising for us here in San Antonio because we have done pretty well with the rain. But west of us, the rain has not been as plentiful, and it's really starting to show here on the drought monitor. You get out towards Carrizo Springs, and they're along the border, and things aren't great. Starting to see severe drought kick in here, and that's kind of in the Winter Garden region. We need some rain out there. It just hasn't been there. Here in San Antonio, we're doing just fine. We are not under any drought issues, at least at the moment. And we look at the rainfall, 32.44 for the year. So we're above average by 4 inches. Del Rio is below average, and that kind of gives you an idea as you go west. The rainfall numbers really drop off. Outside, certainly no rain today. We've got clear skies, blue skies, and some gusty winds. 74 degrees at the airport. Northwesterly winds at 18 miles per hour. We are up to 80 now at Stinson, 76 Kelly, and 74 Randolph. Mostly 70s out there, but you'll find some 80s as you go south of San Antonio. 81 right now, Pleasanton, 77 in New Braunfels, 73 Canyon Lake, and some 80s down there around Cotulla as well. 71 Fredericksburg, 77 as you get out towards Gonzales. Very comfortable there, but winds are gusty in Gonzales, and we've got that really dry air that continues to funnel in on that northwesterly wind. So dew points are in the 20s and 30s. That is very dry, if not desert air, that is settling in here. We mentioned those wind gusts, discussing the 29 in Gonzales. The strongest gust we're seeing is there around New Braunfels, where it's gusting to 30. And those numbers may pick up a little bit more as we head into the afternoon. So this is around 3 o'clock, showing some gusts potentially up to 40 in New Braunfels and Gonzales, with gusts around 35 miles per hour here in town. And then as you go north and east, that's where the strongest winds will be through the afternoon before they die down tonight with less wind and clear skies and dry air. Those temperatures probably fall off into the 40s. We're thinking 48 degrees tomorrow morning here in San Antonio. Places like Kerrville shows 46. I think you could be even a little bit cooler than that. So it'll be a chilly start to your Friday. Currently, we do have wind advisories across our far eastern counties to account for those stronger winds. And those, by the way, extend all the way up into Oklahoma, northeast Texas, as the system that brought the front through moves north and east and moves away. We still got a tight pressure gradient there. Forecast for today up around 78, and then temperatures fall off quickly tonight. 61 by 10 p.m. and 57 by midnight. Looking ahead to the Halloween weekend, if you're doing some trick-or-treating maybe Saturday night, day early, looks good. Temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s for trick-or-treat time. That'll be the case Sunday, too. Maybe a little bit more moisture on Sunday, but not a big deal. The weekend should be fantastic. 82 on Sunday, as we mentioned, 82 Monday. And then next week, moisture does return. We'll get some rain chances back in here. Some small rain chances Tuesday, better chances on Wednesday.
I love the dancing mummy.
It's a good one every year.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah. Well, not to get into the world of sports, lots to dig in here. We even have a game of the week.
Yeah, no, before we get to that, though, UTSA obviously taking on UTEP. That's a huge game coming up, and they're coming off a bye week, too. We'll hear from the Roadrunners on how they are preparing for the Miners. Plus, Thursday night's game of the week between Holmes and Brennan. It's going to be a good one in District 29 6A. Got the preview next. The nationally ranked Roadrunners are currently in the midst of an important bye week, preparing for the final stretch of the regular season. And while reports indicate that Texas Tech has reached out to head coach Jeff Traylor and his staff to fill their recent coaching vacancy, UTSA needs to stay focused on their next opponent, UTEP. The Miners have already secured the program's best record since 2014 and have rattled off 4 straight wins against Louisiana Tech, Southern Miss, and Old Dominion. The good news, UTEP plays this weekend against Florida Atlantic, and that gives the resting Roadrunners a chance to see their next opponent in action.
It'll be a good little week to scout them and get ahead. So, we definitely got to make the most out of it. They're, from what we've seen so far, they're a great team. Of course, the record shows that they played against some good teams as well. So, this week is definitely beneficial for us going into next week. And, like I said, we just got to make the most out of it.
Fundamentals, we have to get cleaned up. We got to get fresh. That's for sure. And we got to get to playing fast again. We look tired. So, those 3 Fs have been our focal point this week.
Number 23, UTSA will face the Miners next Saturday, November 6th at 9:15 p.m. San Antonio time. Our KSAT 12 Texas Sports Productions Game of the Week is a good one, featuring number 1 Brennan against Holmes. The Bears have shown why they're ranked as the top team in KSAT 12's top 12 with an 8-0 record. Brennan's offense has scored 42 or more points in 6 straight games, all against district opponents. Meanwhile, the Huskies are looking to build off of last week's 38-21 victory over Warren and stay in the hunt for the playoffs. They're currently on the outside looking in, 5th in District 29 6A.
They're a tough competitor. I mean, it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a pretty tough game, but I think we can handle them.
We know what we can play. Like, as a team, we come together and play, and we'll be able to beat them. But, we just have to be able to play together.
They have a very fast defense, and they're very explosive. They know how to get off the ball real quick, and very good offense.
We don't take no team lightly. We practice hard every week. Got to go dominate.
Kickoff tonight is at the Gus at 7. You can watch it live on the BGC app, on our streaming page on KSAT.com, or on KSAT 12.2 digital. Congratulations to the Burbank volleyball team. The Bulldogs celebrated their District 27 5A title on Tuesday night at the Alamo Convocation Center after sweeping Lanier. Burbank finished with a perfect 16-0 record in district play, securing the program's first district title in 16 years. The Bulldogs have been close to a district title over the past couple years. What made the difference this season?
That chemistry is everything to us. Because of COVID last year, we weren't able to be together and practice together. But this year, everything clicked, everything came together in a few practices. So it was awesome getting that off-season experience. It really paid off, and we're just looking to go further than playoffs this year.
All right, the playoffs begin next week for local volleyball teams. Burbank will take on Floresville on Tuesday night at Paul Taylor Fieldhouse. We've got a lot of teams in action next week. We've got Brandeis, Reagan, Clark, all starting their playoff runs. And again, it's all going to culminate in a couple weeks at the Curtis Colwell Center. We'll see who qualifies.
All right, and congrats to Burbank.
Yeah, it was a great story this season.
Nice job. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and check in with SA Live. We have Mike and Fiona. We have spooky stuff today?
Of course. Are you ready for some bone-chilling tales?
Yes, you know him from the radio, Russell Rush from the new 96.1 Now Radio, but you are a ghost hunter, right?
I am for now 14 years, believe it or not.
Okay, and you said San Antonio is pretty darn haunted.
The 5th most haunted city in the nation. There's a lot going on here.
And a show you can watch tonight, and you're focusing on what building?
The Bonham Exchange. Super haunted, y'all.
I had no idea the Bonham Exchange was haunted.
Very haunted.
It said people won't go in the basement,
were just
even
the
drinks.
There's more.
Speaking of spirits, the Ambler Texas Kitchen. There's our segue. Texas Kitchen and Cocktails at Hotel Contessa. We are making some of their delectable dishes and these great, great cocktails. Perfect for watching maybe the Day of the Red Parade tomorrow night.
Plus, we're going to tell you how you can experience the Spurs game tonight with other big fans at a local San Antonio Spurs watch party.
Which then raises the question, who is your favorite Spurs player, or was your favorite Spurs player?
Are you able to pick? Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter.
And, of course, Halloween is coming up Sunday. Want some great tips? Oh, that's really cool looking. Some really good Halloween makeup tips. What are you going as this year?
A witch. All I need is a hat.
She said it, not me. That and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live. Stick around.